Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another event video on Marvel Strike Force. Today, we're going to be talking all about Iron Patriot and his upcoming character release event called Forever Patriot. We're going to be talking about everything that you need to do to get as many shards as possible for this character, which is going to be the first of the two new characters for the Cabal. And while I'm here, I'm pretty sure that the leader has been confirmed to be the April month-long event in terms of the data mines that I saw there with regards to a gamma ray currency. So I think that's upcoming. His release is going to be very soon on Monday, I think it is. And then, of course, we're going to have the blog related to when its free-to-play event is most likely to be next Friday. The blog that shows that, yes, it's confirmed that he is the month-long. We'll find out. Anyways, we'll be talking all about Iron Patriot today. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Now, first things first. I want to do a recap. We're doing the final recap. This is the final event, final week of the month of March. Are we going to get 800K? Yes, we will. And this time I'm saying this, yes, we will, without intervention by Scopely, because, February was not so hot, right? Like, so February's event, it was very tight, but also that they just didn't have, I don't think I finished updating this, but, they ended up adding stuff way at the very end or things like that, just to make up for some of the points that was just way too tight. And so this one's doing a little bit better. We're so far, now this isn't to say that you're going to be clearing 800K right now. It just means by the end that this is over, you should be at a total of about 830,000. This is a surplus of about 30K. So this shouldn't be too difficult, although as always, if you missed an event or something, that there's a possibility that you will not hit 800,000. But it's not that big of a deal this time around, actually, because the March month-long event didn't have any character specifically attached to it, so obviously it's good to get these milestones done, but this one's weird, right? Like, it has Deathpool's tier 17 weapon unique piece, which really has no value, because if you've already done this, it's a load of shit. And you can't do anything. You can't break it down, you can't get the materials back, right? Like, whereas at least for the equipment pieces, you can still equip it to any other character that's, mystic-based, right? Or whatever, so I don't like that they did it this time, and this one seems a lot less valuable than past months. But hopefully in April, well, obviously they don't do the unique, or maybe they will, because they might put leaders unique in there. Maybe I won't upgrade them if I see that in advance. I'm not sure. But anyways, there is, of course, the rankings, but we all know that's pretty much the same anyways. Maybe no, I probably won't get 1 to 2. I'll get 1 Diamond Dawn or woo! Okay, anyways, back to the actual event. So, let's zoom in a bit. Forever Patriot. This is an 8-day event, not a 7-day event like they normally are. Why? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why they're trying to end it the following Tuesday. So this is going to start on Monday at 2 p.m. and then goes until Tuesday. Now, why Tuesday? I don't know. I'm looking at my calendar right now, actually. Maybe because of Easter. Is Easter coming up? Is that why? Maybe so that because they're not in the office and things like that. So that would put the event running until April the 2nd. There's got to be there's a holiday, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Easter's upcoming. I honestly forget holidays, so that's probably the reason. Now, this event does include spending ISO 8 energy, battling in Crucible, and earning Alliance credits. Now, before we actually dive into all of this, I want to show you some important stuff on the charts in terms of what you're going to get from this. So obviously there's direct Iron Patriot shards here on the table chart here. There's also some Crimson gear down here, but I'm just going to say this right now because I've done the math. You're not getting this. Now, there is a small possibility if you'd have to light spend. It's definitely not it's free to play, not happening. This Iron Patriot, these 25 are very challenging to get, but it's not impossible. You would have to do something basically what I've been doing right now, which is been hoarding your ISO 8 energy. And normally I do not do this for events like this. The only reason is because I'm 99. I'm not super, I don't care that much about how fast I hit 100. And so I have been spending my 50 refreshes to kind of hoard bulk until Monday's event starts. Now, because this video is going out on Sunday, you've probably not had too much of a chance to do this. but you'd essentially have to hoard an additional, I think it's 2100. We'll talk about it though, about how much ISO 8 energy extra that you would need to spend in order to bridge the gap for milestone 17, which is the additional 25 Iron Patriot shards. The rest of the stuff in here, I believe these are G17s actually. I don't know if these are G, or maybe they're G18s actually, in terms of the minis there. I forget the names off the top of my head. But anyways, there's a lot of Iron Patriot shards in here, and the usual kind of stuff in here. And for the web milestone, we have some direct orb fragments, which will count towards the event, the main milestone points, as well as that. So both of those are going to include towards the main milestone points. There's some orange training mods in here and some catalysts as usual. And then for allied engines, I'm not really going to talk about this too much here in this video, so I'll just talk about it briefly here now. I expect a lot of this to be the same as the last allied engines, more or less. Depending on how high your hive mind characters are, how many of your whales or spenders have, upwards to a 7-star on Gwenum, Void Knight, or Red Goblin. Those are going to help for additional points towards, these extra milestones. Basically past milestone 15, so 16 and beyond will largely be dependent on, how many spenders you have and whether or not you're able to hit some of these yellow star caps, because that's going to add a lot of additional points. And so if you are, there is some red gear in here, some crimson basic catalyst parts, and some crimson other catalysts. It's not a huge amount of gold though, just to let you guys know. It seems like that's a lot of pieces, but it really not, because it's about 20,000 gold per piece. So 50 times 20,000, right? That's like 1,000,000 gold. It's great, right? It's free-ish, but it's nothing to, get mad about. So I just wanted to talk about that before we jump back to the chart. So the total milestone points for this event is going to be 140,000. That's pretty typical. The event milestone points required for the item, though, is 36,000. It's pretty early on. Total event currency is 105k, plus the item, of course, the Cosmic Tire. And then there's 110 Iron Patriot shards. Now, what I don't like is that all of these characters have been 3-star unlocked, so Iron Patriot, same with Cosmic Ghost Rider as well, but there's going to be an orb involved to unlock them, right? There is some of these additional orbs that you're going to be opening for Iron Patriot shards. I'm going to peg them at like what Cosmic Ghost Rider was, which I believe was a 5-shard estimated value, something like that. 85 shards are easy to do in the milestone, but those additional 25 shards are going to be a lot more challenging. So basically, you'll have 85 shards in the milestone, plus hopefully you got the 5 free claim. That brings you to 90. And the rest of the shards, you have to bridge the gap with the orbs. And hope that the orbs are actually decent, but we'll see. So that's 85 shards at 44k milestone points. Now, the free claim, this time we actually know what that is. They actually gave it to us on Friday's blog to the envoys, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, we could probably assume that because they were only 500 orb fragments daily. They've used that number quite frequently before anyways. So that's 2 full orbs that you're going to get from the free claims, and then 16,000 points from the web milestone points. That's 6,000 orbs. So you're going to get 5 orbs to open through the course of this event. So you're going to get the 85 shards plus the 5 free claim plus 5 orbs. Probably land you like 120, 130 shards maximum. So look at it like a low 3-star. That's what you're going to be getting free to play for Iron Patriot. That being said, 16,000 points for the web milestone. This requires 3,600 alliance credits to max. Now, this is not a big problem. So whenever we've talked about alliance credits and donations and all things like that, obviously what you need to do is when you do your daily objective, you get 150, then you get 10 credits for doing 10k gold. That's 160 plus the 4 boxes. That's 560. 560 times 8 is more than the number you need here of 3,600. So don't worry, you're going to get it. Actually, in fact, 4 boxes at 7 days would get you that, so it's not a big deal. Now, as far as the rest of the points go, you have to battle in Cosmic Crucible, 27,000 points maximum. That is 18 attacks. Make sure that they are real attacks. If you back out, that does not count towards the points. So you do have to make sure that across all 3 of your Cosmic Crucibles, that you do get 6 attacks each, or 18 in total that were actually registered. So whether you lose or whether you win, it does not count cancel. So that's really, really important. You do get 2 points for every ISO 8 energy spent. Now, this does not convert to orb fragments. The only orb fragments, as far as I'm aware, is just the 2 orbs from the free claim and the 3 orbs from the web milestone. That's it. Nothing more unless you buy them in the offers. Total ISO 8 energy that you do get per day is roughly around 1,130 using these metrics here, your daily time, your free refreshes, your free ISO pack that you get from the daily objectives, the web milestone, and up to 3 more of the 50 core or energy pack sort of refreshes. Gives you to 1130, times that by 2 because of the points, you get 2260 points per day. If you're doing this over 8 days, you're going to be getting about 18,000 points. Okay, so if you add all of this together, the 18K, the 27K, the 16K, and the 4K, that brings you to a total of 65,000 points. This is not bad. It's halfway to milestone 17. So if we go back to Forever Patriot over here, milestone 17, which is the 25 Iron Patriot shards, is 71,000. So you will be more than able to clear milestone 16, and you will get 25 augmented teal titanium alloy. So really good if you need it for Iron Patriot, or if you need it for other characters like Doc Ock or Cyclops, just off the top of my head, then you can use them for that too. But if you really want those extra 25 Patriot shards, you're going to need an actual extra 3,000 ISO energy. I think I said 2,100, but no, it's actually 3,000. I wrote it down here because you need to bridge the gap of 6K points, which is going to be 3,000 extra ISO energy. So I don't even know if I'll get there, to be honest, because now that I was looking back at how much I've been able to store up, it's not close to that value, I don't think. So I might be shy of it. And there's no leaderboard, so I don't know. Maybe I just wasted my time. Who knows? So this event it's easy. It's very easy, but unfortunately, if you want, there's not a lot of Iron Patriot shards up for grabs. So most people are going to walk away with a 3-star, low 3-star. And I think that if you want additional points for Iron Patriot, then you're going to have to wait. Not points. If you want shards for him, you're going to have to wait until the next pass. I don't know, the next battle pass or the next strike pass, whatever that happens to be. So again, no, it's very easy. Make sure you're doing your 150 to 200 cores daily in ISO 8 energy. The Crimson gear is not obtainable free to play in milestones, and the extra 25 Iron Patriot shards really aren't either, unless you had already started collecting ISO 8 energy in advance to hoard for this event. That's going to be it, everyone. Let me know what your thoughts are actually on Iron Patriot and the Cabal. Are you going to be leveling up Iron Patriot? Do you have any big plans for them? I'm going to tell you right now that I actually don't. I'm not sure if I'm going to be hyper leveling them. I've talked about this in other videos, that my plans is including Dark Dimension 7, but I'm spending a lot of gold on Crimson gear, so I don't know if that leaves a ton left to focus on Cabal now. I may come back to them later on, especially, as I get closer to unlocking Mephisto. But otherwise, it's not really a big priority for me at this moment in PvP. But, that's just what I do. That's not necessarily what you're going to do. Let me know what your plans are in the comments down below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.